my lovely witches. Welcome to episode 52 of C3 Crystals, Cauldrons, and Cocktails. I'm River Kane, and I'm alone again today. Ren has started her internship, and she is absolutely loving it. But between school and the internship, it's about killing her. But she thinks of you all, so she says to say hi. Today, I am going to talk about the correspondences that go with each day of the week. You know, we always talk about what moon phase is best for what type of spells, but did you know that the days of the week also have correspondences and meanings as well? But before I get started with that, I'm going to tell you about this cocktail. So some of you may have seen my post on Instagram and Facebook for the drink that I made for Easter. Usually Easter and Ostara are closer together in time, but it wasn't so this year. So we celebrated Easter, but to me, it was still the celebration of spring. At any rate, these things that I made for Easter were amazing. So good. It is equal parts Bailey's Irish cream, Godiva white chocolate liqueur, and butterscotch schnapps. And just let me tell you, they are super dangerous. I am calling it the Ostara Offerings. And it is extra fun if you put it inside of a hollow chocolate egg or a hollow bunny, which is what I did, as you could see on my pictures on my Instagram. So, okay, the day of the week correspondences. Let's start with Monday. This is the best time for any works of lunar magic and anything related to the moon. Deep emotions, intuition, mystery, and the element of water. The name Monday is derived from Middle English Monday, originally a translation of the Latin dies lunae, which means day of the moon. Although it is a time of beginnings and great vitality, it can also bring a certain level of confusion. I know that I have a great deal of confusion on Monday mornings. I think most people dread Mondays. I'm not sure where this quote vitality that they're speaking of comes from. In fact, I think it's a universal recognition that Mondays generally suck, but it is not all bad on the magical front. So the lunar cycles affect our emotions, but the moon is an energy powerhouse, and it offers guidance and protection. So what's great about Mondays is that since it corresponds to the moon, you can actually do a spell that corresponds to any phase of the moon on Mondays. You don't have to wait for the full moon or for that gibbous moon or whatever it is that you're needing to correspond to your spell. You can do it on a Monday instead. So Monday's magical correspondences, the magical intentions are intuition, dreams, shadow work, psychic abilities, emotional balance, and friendship. I'm not sure if you can hear my dogs, but they're upset that I have locked myself away in my altar room. I think my husband's outside, so they're in the house by themselves. You would think they would enjoy that, but right now they're sitting outside my door whining. This won't take long, so I will go and play with them in a little bit. The crystals for Monday are silver, moonstone, pearl, fluorite, amethyst, quartz, and sapphire. The herbs are moonflower, jasmine, gardenia, and white rose. All of those are generally associated with the moon. And the goddesses or gods are Thoth, Selene, Diana, Artemis, Luna, Hecate, Phoebe, and Khalfu. The planet is the moon. The element is water. The gender is feminine. The colors are silver, white, gray, and blue, all of which we associate with the night sky and the moon. The crystals are aquamarine, moonstone, mother of pearl, opal, regular pearl, quartz, sapphire, selenite, and silver, which I think that list from a different website varies just a little bit from the ones I read a minute ago. The herbs and plants are catnip, chamomile, comfrey, lily, lotus, mints, moonflowers, moonwort, myrrh, poppy, sage, sandalwood, and willow, which is in addition to the ones I read before, which were moonflower, jasmine, gardenia, and white rose. Love rituals are also encouraged, but especially fertility rituals where the family has a prominent place. Monday is a day of mystery and change, like the tides and the flowing water. Did you know that Monday is the only day of the week that has an anagram for a word, and that word is dynamo? So Monday unscrambles into dynamo, and it's the only day of the week that does that. So you use Mondays to cast spells for wisdom, messages, reconciliations, illusion, sleep, peace, beauty, healing, cooking, personality, merchandising, psychic work, travel, fertility, family matters, and emotions. So the metals, as I already said those, so I will move on. So a simple spell to do on a Monday would be to meditate with a white candle, cast a circle, consecrate or charge an amulet under the moon, utilize wintergreen or peppermint as well as catnip into your workings. Did you know that in 2011, they did a study? Why they did this study, I'm not quite sure, that showed that the average person moans for 34 minutes on a Monday compared to 22 minutes on other days. So is that moan like groan, or is that moan like sex? Do people have more sex on Mondays? I don't know. But apparently, I think it's meant in the groaning aspect of, oh God, it's Monday. And they do that for 34 minutes on a Monday, as opposed to 22 minutes on other days. When it comes to Monday magic, because of that lunar connection, it's a good time to focus on workings related to childbearing and family life. You can also look at purity and virginity, healing, wisdom, and intuition. It's kind of a great day to do self-exploration and work on developing your intuition, learn to trust your gut, celebrate birth and life, and maybe use some magic to fix something that's broken. Take a mental health day if you need it. This is the perfect time for spells and magic of the mind. You know, it's about home and health, mental health. So take this time to deal with your emotions, to deal with your psychic abilities, to do some dream work, perhaps. Tuesday is associated with the planet Mars and the zodiac signs of both Aries and Scorpio. And even though Scorpio is a water sign, this day is assigned the elemental correspondence of fire. Tuesdays are a good time for energy work, creativity, justice work, spells for assertion, even to the extent of aggression. Other ideas for Tuesday magic would be spells for summoning courage, strength, and passion for yourself or someone else. Use the color orange for candle magic. The gods and goddesses it's generally associated with Mars, the god of war. And that gives this day that added conflict, that confrontational vibe. He's a god that doesn't take any crap off anybody. Channeling him can help you tap into your assertive self. It can be helpful if you're struggling with implementing boundaries and saying no to people, which I need a lot. So Tuesday spells might be a good time to do that type of thing. Tuesday's name isn't as easy to figure out as some of the other days of the week. They say that Tuesday is named after the Norse god of lightning, justice, and war, which was Tyr, Tyr. And it's ruled by the planet Mars, and Mars was also the god of war. So that kind of goes with why this is a day of conflict and confrontation, perhaps. So the correspondence is the magical intentions, legal matters, justice, protection, binding, banishing, reversal, courage, and self-confidence. Crystals are carnelian, ruby, bloodstone, garnet, and red jasper. The herbs are dragon's blood, nettle, thistle, thorns, wormwood, hawthorn, red flowers, and plants associated with Mars, which I find to be interesting because those plants are all prickly, just like you would think of confrontation as being prickly. So it goes with the gods or goddesses of Tyr, Mars, Apollo, Bran, Ares, Valkyrie, supposedly, the Morrigan, any war or justice god or goddess. It is generally a masculine day of the week, and the colors are red, black, and orange. The energies are aggression, breaking negative spells, competition, courage, defense, dominance, ego, force, hunting, initiation, leadership, lust, masculine marriage and protection, powerful wards. So if you're warding your house, perhaps do this on a Tuesday. Revenge, romance, sex, strength, success, victory, war, and conflict. If you're making changes in your lifestyle, Tuesday is a great day to banish a bad habit or to open the door to make more positive choices. In addition to the orange, the red candles are perfect for Tuesday rituals because it's very powerful, red in general, and has a lively energy in candle magic. It can be used for strength and emotional and sexual stimulation, vitality. You always think of red as being that passion, that passionate love. You can drink a cup of pu'er tea. And I got this off of one of the websites that I have posted that goes with this, all the links that you all get from where I did my research. And it says, this will give you a boost of vital strength. This tea will keep you alert during the day due to its caffeine, but it also has powerful effects on the body, such as protecting from harmful bacteria, fighting inflammation, and eliminating body toxins. Today is a good day to strengthen yourself, acquire courage, honesty, the courage to resolve conflicts. It's a good time to try to resolve anything that's outstanding conflicts. With the fiery colors, wear some of those colors on Tuesday: scarlet, red, black, oranges. Put on some of the boldest and most fascinating colors that you have in your wardrobe on Tuesdays. Work with protective plants and those associated with fire, like the thistle and holly, to increase your defenses and your courage. Make potions or cook a hearty meal with carrots and peppers and garlic. All of those are foods that Mars is associated with, and all those spices for victory and success. Did you know, a little bit off topic here, but the second Tuesday of every month is known as Patch Tuesday. It's the day that Microsoft generally uses for all its patches. And I play World of Warcraft, and in World of Warcraft, every Tuesday, World of Warcraft has patches to update their content on Tuesdays. So I thought that was interesting. Tuesday is named, as I said, for the Norse god Tyr, who also was a deity of heroism and combat. So Tuesday can be a very martial type sort of day, warrior-like day. And the ancient Romans called this day Martis, after that warrior god. Interestingly, though, Tuesday magic is not only associated with war and conflict against your enemies, but it's also associated with marriage, which for some reason makes me think of the movie The War of the Roses, because roses are prickly and thorny. And it was a definitely conflict going on in that movie. And yet it was also about marriage. So maybe Tuesday would be a good day to do spells to work on your marriage that might be in conflict, to help resolve those conflicts. So it could be a good time to work those kind of spells. Also, you can use this day of the week for workings connected to protection and intuition. It is also a day of increased romance and sexuality. Do you know that Tuesday is the day which Californians apparently eat lesser barbecue than any other day of the week? I am honestly not sure how they got funded to do that study, but that is what they answered. That's the question that they answered. So now you know Californians eat less barbecue on Tuesdays than any other day of the week. So Wednesday. The origin of the name Wednesday goes back to the Old English, and forgive my pronunciation, Wodenusdag or Wodenusdag, and Middle English Wednesday, meaning day of Woden. Woden is the name of that the Anglo-Saxons gave to the Norse god Odin. So Woden is also Odin. And in other language, such as French and Italian, certain dialects of those, the day means day of Mercury. So Odin was the god of wisdom, healing, death, royalty, and many other aspects of life. So the Romans equated him with Mercury, the god of commerce, eloquence, messages, communication, especially divination, among other things. He is the All-Father in the Norse pantheon and rules wisdom, mischief, poetry, quests, and the runes. Wednesday offers a break in the week for a moment of healing and reflection. Gods from various pantheons are tied to Wednesday, making it the prime time to do devotional work and consult your deities. I think Christians also use Wednesdays as a day that they have church on Wednesday evenings. If you have yet to connect with a deity, maybe you're searching for one to connect to, Wednesday would be a good day to try to find your patron deity. Correspondences. So the planet is Mercury. The element is air. The gender is masculine. The deities are Athena, Hermes, Lu, Mercury, Odin, and Woden. Colors are yellow, silver, gray, purple, orange, and mixed colors. The crystals are agates, amber, aventurine, citrine, lapis lazuli, which is one of my favorites, mercury and quicksilver, pumice, sodalite, and zinc. The plants and herbs are aspen trees, ferns, lavender, lilies, and periwinkle. The energies and associations are answers, arts, business transactions, chance, charisma, communication, creativity, debt, divination, education, fear, flexibility, fortune, gambling, luck, mental health, psychic work, quickness, study, summoning spirits, swiftness, teaching, travel, work, and writing. So set your altar and light a purple or yellow or orange candle for ritual work. Relaxing drinks and tea meditations are ideal to bask in the recuperative mindset of the day. To me, a glass of wine. Spells for Wednesday can be done with these intentions. I think I said intentions before, but communication, technology, cars, transportation, wisdom, clarity, spiritual growth, enlightenment, travel, psychic abilities, courage, and divination, particularly runes. This would be a great day. Wednesday is a great day to do rune casting divination, which actually on my Etsy store, I have some rune sets for sale. If you were looking for any fun, I've got a blue set and a purple set so far, and they're really cute. So if you're looking for any runes, those would be fun. Did you know that throughout recorded history, the only centuries to have begun on a Wednesday, the only century to have begun on a Wednesday is the 18th century. In the future, we've got the years 2025 and 2026 that are both going to start on a Wednesday. You can drink a cup of lavender tea to clear your mind and open up your pathways to the spiritual communications. You can cast spells of cooking, personality, merchandising, psychic work, intuition. The Roman name for Wednesday was Dies Mercurii, which is day of Mercury. And it's also associated with Quicksilver, which is also called Mercury. How cool is that? So business and job related issues, communication, loss, debt, all of those things are tied to Wednesdays. And did you know According to a survey, bosses are most receptive to requests from their employees on a Wednesday. So keep that in mind when you're asking for your next raise. Do it on a Wednesday. Thursday. Thursday is named for one of my favorite Marvel characters, the Norse god of thunder, Thor. Thursday's magic focuses on the following intentions: protection, power, male fertility, strength, purification, consecration, storm energy, and forest magic. In addition, Thursday is ruled by Jupiter, which is the planet of good luck, prosperity, health, career success, leadership, politics, and legal matters. As the day tied to one of the strongest deities, this time of the week is believed to give magic of all types a thundering extra boost of power. So spell work that calls for abundance, prosperity, golden wealth are all particularly potent on Thursdays. This is a day for honor, fealty, family loyalty, as well as harvesting success and prosperity. Take advantage of Thursday's different aspects to do spell work that brings abundance to you, declares your allegiance, and embraces prosperity. Oh, posterity would be good too. I would embrace posterity. Did you know that, speaking of posterity, the Continental Congress ratified the Declaration of Independence here in the United States on a Thursday? That was July 4th, 1776. And it was also on a Thursday that the U.S. chose the bald eagle as their national animal. So Thursday's magical correspondences, the magical intentions are storms, legal matters, military, protection, cleansing, consecration, good luck, prosperity, and career success. Amethyst, sapphire, turquoise, lepidolite, I don't know that one, and sugilite, I don't know that one either. The herbs are cinnamon, beech, oak, thorns, garlic, hawthorn, leek and onion, and thistle. The gods and goddesses are Thor, Juno, and Jupiter. You can use blue, purple, and green candles today for your candle magic. Light a green candle on Thursdays to promote growth, fertility, and abundance. Light a blue candle on Thursdays to connect deeply with your own spirituality. Meditate with a blue candle. That will give you a sense of harmony, serenity, and peace. And it also boosts your creativity, your patience, which I need in abundance, and mindfulness. So use this day to cast spells for wealth, success, business, luck, health protection, legal matters, male fertility, money, desires, and laughter. Do you know back in when the USSR was still the USSR in the 1970s and 80s, Thursday was known as Fish Day of the week. And that's where the nation's food service institutions, like the restaurants and whatnot, would serve fish rather than their normal menus. So it was Fish Day on Thursdays over there. Friday. Friday comes from the Old English name, Frigidag, which comes from the Norse goddess Frigga. Frigga, like Venus, is associated with love, making this a great day to focus on romance, passion, fertility, and friendship. This is the day that my husband and I have our date nights. It's always on a Friday. Friday falls at the end of the week for many of us, and that means that we get a chance to relax for a little bit. Everybody always looks forward to Friday. If you're one of those lucky people, well, I don't know if we're lucky, one of those people that works the normal 5-day work week where you get off, Friday is your last day of work. People in retail, their Friday isn't like the Friday of our Fridays. Wow, that made sense. Anyway, this day is ruled by the planet Venus, so it should be no surprise that Venus and Aphrodite, the goddesses of love and beauty, are also associated with Fridays. Love, romance, and friendship spells have a greater chance of being effective if you cast them on a Friday. There are actually lots of disputes as to the origins of whether Friday is really associated with Freya or Frigga, and as to whether Freya and Frigga are actually the same deity or whether they're two separate deities. Some scholars believe that though they eventually became two distinct different goddesses, They had their oranges. Wow. Told you these drinks are very dangerous. They had their origins, wow, in a single deity, and then eventually over time split. The colors are pink and aqua. The planet is Venus. You've got Freya, Frigga, Venus, and Aphrodite. Coral, emerald, and rose quartz. Rose quartz makes sense because it is the crystal of love. The associations are love, birth, romance, fertility, passion, friendship, and pregnancy. Gemstones, which I guess are different than crystals, but gemstones include coral, emerald, rose quartz. Plants are strawberries, apple blossoms, feverfew. This is a good day to do spell work associated with family life, fertility, sexuality, harmony, friendship, and growth. Did you know Friday is the most successful day to apply for a job? If you're looking for a job, apply for it on a Friday. Take advantage of Friday's correspondences to plant a seed, make something grow, and enjoy your blessings. Drink hibiscus tea to enhance your relationship with yourself and others. Hibiscus is an aphrodisiac flower, so it is closely related to spells having to do with love and sex. It has been used to make love potions and charms, as well as certain medicines, but do not take it if you're pregnant or trying to become pregnant. You should not imbibe hibiscus. Pink candles are the candles of romantic and tender love, and they bring powerful energies that can attract a long-lasting relationship or reinforce a friendship. Magically, charge your makeup products to promote an aura of enchantment and confidence each time you wear them, which I think is great for Fridays because that is my date night and I want to look beautiful for my husband. So to have my makeup products enchanted with love and romance and sexuality would be a great thing to do on a Friday. Did you know that Fridays are statistically supposed to be the days of the week where war is most likely to be declared? Why the powers that be decide that they're going to declare war right before the weekend, I have no idea, but that is statistically when most wars have been declared. Speaking of war, Friday also tends to be the most common day for cyber attacks. Very interesting fact. Saturday. Saturday takes its name from Saturn, the Roman god of generation, dissolution, plenty, wealth, agriculture, periodic renewal, and liberation. Saturday is ruled by the planet Saturn. And because Saturn is the planet of karma, this day is an excellent time to do spell work involving reincarnation, karmic lessons, and the mysteries. You can also do wisdom and work on long-term projects. It's also a good time to for efforts that deal with the elderly or death or the eradication of bad habits. Use this day to cast spells for meditation, psychic attack or defense, freedom, communication between the worlds, the elderly, death, protection, wisdom, spirituality, cleansing, overcoming negativity, limitations, and boundaries. Since it's the end of the week for many of us, it is a good time to wrap things up or to start to wrap things up. Associated with the colors black and dark purple and the metal lead, this is also a day that is connected with the goddess Hecate. When it comes to magical workings, focus on agriculture and creativity, fortune and hope, protection, and banishment of negativity. Put up a barrier to keep the unwelcome out. Eliminate the things that make you miserable. Wash your hands of anything other than your hopes, dreams, and goals. Did you know in Sweden that Saturday is often the only day of the week when young children are allowed to eat candy? My daughter, I told her that, and she's like, well, that sucks. That's just wrong. So correspondences, the planet is Saturn. The element is earth and fire. The gender is female. The colors are purple, black, maroon, dark colors like indigo. Crystals are the Apache tear, black onyx, coal, coral, hematite, jet, lead, obsidian. I tell you guys, if you go and try this drink, I'll post this for our patrons. It is fabulous. It is so good. You can just drink it down like hot chocolate, and that is a problem. Pewter, salt, serpentine, smoky quartz, and tourmaline are also crystals associated with Saturday. The herbs are amaranth, beet, belladonna, boneset, comfrey, cypress, hellebore, hemlock, hemp, ivy, mimosa. Ooh, I like mimosas. I wonder what a mimosa plant is. Morning glory, mullein, quince, skullcap, slippery elm, and thyme. I think a lot of those are poisonous. Oh, we need to do an episode on poisonous herbs. I think that would be kind of cool. Energies and associations. I think I've said most of these. Agriculture, apprehension, banishment, binding, boundaries, caution, cleansing, creativity, cursing, destruction of all that does not serve, elderly care, endings, exorcism, fortune, freedom, hexing, hidden matters, hope, limitations, locating lost items or people. Oh, that's interesting. Longevity, meditation, overcoming obstacles, protection, psychic defense, revealing the truth, self-discipline, and spiritual communication. Saturday brings an opportunity to cleanse and remove any kind of problematic energies. Light a black candle to symbolize the heat of the hearth. Saturday is also good for different kinds of spells, especially those of positive witchcraft, such as cleanses and spiritual baths and protection. The weekend is here, and it's high time to banish any lingering negative energies collected during the week. So Saturday is all about cleansing and banishment. The color of the day is black, a color magically associated with protection. Take time today to consider renewing or putting an extra layer of protection spells to last you until the next Saturday. Did you know that this is so neat? In ancient folklore, Saturday was often viewed as the best day to hunt vampires, as this was the day of the week where vampires were restricted to their coffins. It was also believed that in the Balkans, that if someone was born on a Saturday, that they could see a vampire that was invisible to others, and that these people were the best recruits to become vampire hunters. How many of you guys were born on a Saturday? Maybe you have a fate out there as a vampire hunter. Sunday sets the tone for the rest of the week that starts tomorrow for most of us. The rest of the week starts on Monday. It is associated with the sun, and it radiates vitality and success. Ensure that your Sundays are full of light, fun, and happiness as it sets the tone for the rest of the week. In the older calendars, Sunday was actually the first day of the week rather than the last day of the week like it is in many countries now. Sunday is named after the sun. Did you know that months that begin on Sunday always have a Friday the 13th in them? So any month that the first is a Sunday will have a Friday the 13th. The correspondence is the planet is the sun, the element is fire, obviously. The gender is masculine. The deities are Apollo, Brigid, Helios, and Ra. The colors are amber, gold, orange, and yellow. The crystals are amber, diamonds, carnelian, gold, quartz sunstone, tiger's eye, and yellow topaz. The herbs and plants are angelica, buttercups, cinnamon, eyebright, juniper, marigold, St. John's wort, and sunflowers. The energies and associations are agriculture, beauty, creativity, ego, fame, fatherly love, God rituals, hope, male health, personal achievements, power, promotions, self-expression, spiritual connection, success, victory, and wealth. Use this day to cast spells for exorcism, which I thought was interesting because on Saturdays you can banish things. So I would feel like Saturdays might be a day to do an exorcism. creativity, individuality, success, promotion, hope, fortune, fame, wealth, leadership, joy, hope, renewing energy, and spirituality. Sunday is associated with yellow and gold, which shouldn't be surprising. It's the day of the sun, after all. Because of this planetary association, this day is also connected to other solar deities like Helios and Ra and Brigid in Celtic traditions. Did you know that on Sundays in the United States, in the state of Utah, you can be fined up to $1,000 for whistling on a Sunday? Is that not the most bizarre thing? Interesting. So Sunday is a day that generally has many associations, which I've already said most about. You can plant or harvest something new, not just material crops, but metaphysical ones. Plant that seed for what's coming to be. Create something from nothing. Prepare to win at everything. It's that getting ready for the next week type vibe. A simple spell might be to burn a yellow candle or golden candle and meditate as you recreate the warmth and light of the sun. I like to actually sit outside in the sun. Sunday is a day for learning and truth. Sunday is the glowing finale to the previous week and the opportunity to set yourself up right for the next week to come. It is the perfect time for magic that invokes inspiration and calls upon success. It is also a great time to focus on wealth and rituals that seek fame and fortune. You might consider casting money spells to help increase your finances for the upcoming week. Wow, that's a lot to think about the days of the week. I think it's really cool, though, because between all of these correspondences, like the days of the week, the moon, the time of year, we can actually narrow down the perfect time to cast certain spells. It just takes a little bit of research. I think that's really cool. So that's all I've got this week. You can find us at our website, www.c3witchypodcast.com. There you can listen to our episodes, find our newsletters, our blogs, links to our social media. We're on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. It's also the best way to contact us. There's a contact us button right there on the website, or you can email us at c3riverandwren@gmail.com. If you enjoy our podcast, please consider supporting us. We would really, really appreciate that. You can get to our Patreon on the first page of our website or go directly to www.patreon.com/C3witchypodcast. Any amount that you can give us would be greatly appreciated. Another great way to help us out would be to leave us a review. I also want to remind you guys that I have opened up a store on Etsy. It is batsandbaublesinc.etsy.com. And I have just added some C3 merch to the store. We've got t-shirts and some water bottles, they're insulated bottles basically, and they're adorable. I actually bought myself a shirt, so I am so excited. Plus, it has a bunch of other fun witchy stuff in my store that I'm gradually adding to. I just put up my first resin Ouija board. It is the coolest looking thing. I'm making planchettes for the Ouija boards. Some of those aren't posted yet. I've got a lot of altar bowls and things for your altar. I've got divination boards, which I'm about to put up a bunch of pendulums to go with the divination boards. They're not up yet. Anyway, check it out. And thanks so much for listening. I'll be back next week. And until then, stay witchy.